Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. Just up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jones. Going up top. And that is intercepted on
the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
The AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England.
Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From his own end zone, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert off of play action. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, it's Harris.
Kenneth Murray, the Chargers' leading tackler, as a rookie last year, in on the stop.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Harris. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run for it with Harris. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year.
2nd and 4.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
The New England Patriots were seeking a good edge rusher, and Matt Judon is now providing that, having come over from Baltimore. 30.5 sacks the last 4 years there. They expect him to get to the quarterback frequently in Patriots red and blue.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Gunnar Olszewski deep for New England. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Jones. Smith catches left side. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. it. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle to Smith. And he will have a Patriots first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. They run with Harris. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now room for Eckler. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Now it's Herbert. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A give to Harris. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably... Should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Second and 6. It's Eckler again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is caught by Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, LA! Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jones. That's caught by Myers. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Got his man, that's Harry. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 2. Here's another carry for Harris. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Harris. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Well, they had their chances in the 1st half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Herbert now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
2nd and a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Harris. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
New England on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. He'll get this to Eckler. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw again on second down. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's to his running back. Complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
46-yard line.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Right there. 54 Mike. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On first down, it's Herbert. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Brings up second and 3 at the 46-yard line.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Matt Judon in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Mike 8. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 128 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Harris. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st, as he can only make it to the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents